I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
I'm Altamont Freddie Butler.
I'm Ricardo Baby Gardner, and you're watching the Reggae Boyz commentary.
Reggae Boyz commentary, live and direct every time.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Hello everybody, I'm Simon Preston and welcome back to Reggae Boyz Commentary. This is the platform where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. How are you guys doing? How's your day? How's your weekend been progressing? Has it been one that is relaxing? Have you had an opportunity to watch over the last 48 hours or so the Jamaicans that we have involved within their respective leagues and competitions? Well, certainly I'm sure you'd be encouraged by a lot of the results that we would have seen as well. I'm sure you guys would have watched the championship yesterday. We had loads of action within the English championship yesterday. We had Jamal Lowe on the score sheet for Swansea City in that 1-1 draw against Sheffield Wednesday. We also had Coventry City, the home of Casey Palmer and Joe Latibeaudiere, going away from home, going to West Yorkshire and getting a 3-1 victory over Huddersfield Town. A precious victory, which keeps them in the running for a chance to be within the top 6. With 8 games to go in the regular season, Coventry are 4 points behind the top 6. Norwich have 64 points. Coventry have 60 points, but Coventry, they have a game in hand. If they win the game in hand, they're a point behind Norwich City. So still a great chance for Coventry, and even Preston North End, who are right behind on 59, and Hull City 58. Those I would say are the teams that have a chance to crack into the top 6. Leicester City still has a chance to finish in the top 2, but I think Southampton, West Brom, and Norwich, you have teams there that can move in and out of between 3rd and 6th position. Let's see what you guys are saying within the comments as well. Gaza Dredon says, bless up, my G. Bless up. How are you doing, man? All is well? Wendy says, good afternoon, Simon. How are you doing? Good afternoon, Wendy. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing? How are things in your corner of the globe? Hope you are doing good. Jaquan Boza Guzman says, Jamaica. Yeah, a great weekend, and we're going to go right into it. Let's start in Yorkshire, shall we? Yeah, let's start in Yorkshire, where we had a Reggae Boy on the score sheet as Bobby Reid scored for Fulham as they battled to a 3-3 draw against Sheffield United in the English Premier League today. Brownman Security 33 Good Sound says, bless up, Simon. Bless up. How are you? Hope you're doing well. How are things? Well, certainly hope that you are doing okay. So here's the situation, folks. Bobby Reid, he scored in the 86th minute, right? Sheffield United were up 2. It was 1-1, then went to 2-1, then went to 3-1. Sheffield United were up 3-1 before Bobby Reid came on the field. Because remember, Bobby Reid didn't start for Fulham in this game in particular. You know when Bobby Reid came onto the field? Well, I'm going to show you right now. Bobby Reid came onto the field in the 85th minute for Andreas Pereira. The 85th minute. And what happened 60 seconds later? Well, 60 seconds later, Bobby de Cordova-Reid scored to make it 3-2. He pulled Fulham back into the contest. And guess what? In stoppage time, Rodrigo Muniz scored for Fulham as they rescued a point and returned to London with a point. What does that mean for Fulham in terms of the standings? It means that they are 12th within the table, just a point behind Chelsea, who have 2 games in hand. But yeah, I think, you know, the benchmark, the rule of thumb is to get to 40 points for safety. But I'm absolutely confident that Fulham will be a Premier League team next season. 39 points for Fulham, and Nottingham Forest has 22. Right, so that's 17 points. Fulham are 17 points clear of the drop zone with 8 games to go. To get to 17 points, you're going to need, 6 wins carry you to 18. So Fulham would have to lose 6 games, and Nottingham Forest or Luton Town would have to win those 6 games as well. Chances are extremely slim of that to take place. So, but what I would say is that Sheffield United, I think that they're down, and so are Burnley. But pulling for Amari Bell and Luton Town to stay as a Premier League club for next season. That is what we are working eagerly towards, so that they can be a Premier League club next season. That would be an outstanding accomplishment to have them play Premier League football next season. So that is what we're working towards. Another Reggae Boy was on the score sheet, and it was for West Ham United. That's right, West Ham United, as they travelled all the way to St. James's Park. Why, I mate, Michail Antonio scored for West Ham. That's right, folks, Michail Antonio. Echo Reek says, Reggae Boys in top form right across. Well, you know what Massacre says, right? Top form, top form, top form, top form. Man, I shoot and I score, Steph Curry. And I don't finish on Jeff Curry. We in a top form, top form, top form, top form. So yeah, you're absolutely right there. Michail Antonio scored for West Ham United as Newcastle United recorded a 4-2 victory. What does this mean for West Ham? All right. Well, for Newcastle, they're now within a point of West Ham. West Ham, they remain 7th in the table on 44 points. Right? So finishing in the top 7 is still something that is realistic for West Ham United. But if I'm being absolutely frank with you, I personally believe that the priority should be elsewhere. and I'll explain. Yeah, man, Echo Reeks, I'm a big artist. So what I think for West Ham United is that their focus and concentration should switch towards the Europa League. West Ham United won a European trophy last year, and that was the UEFA Europa Conference League. And the best way for West Ham United to qualify for the Champions League, it's not going to be through finishing in the top four. I think that enough is steep where you have Arsenal, Manchester City and Liverpool occupying the top three positions. And you already have Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspur, and Manchester United, three teams that are fighting for that fourth spot. So, what I would say is that for West Ham United, it would be prudent to put more emphasis and have a deeper run within the Europa League. What a journey it has been. The 2022 season, semi-finals of the Europa League. 2023 season, winners of the UEFA Europa Conference League. 2024 season, now into the last eight. The last eight of the UEFA Europa League. West Ham United tackles Bayer Leverkusen on Thursday, April 11. Thursday, April 11, it's West Ham United against Bayer Leverkusen, the first leg of the quarterfinals of the UEFA Europa League. The week after that, West Ham will host Bayer Leverkusen. And when you look at the matchups that lie ahead, right, the Europa League could be a pulsating finish. And I'm going to explain why when you're also bearing in mind the teams that are remaining within the competition. When you look at the Europa League and the teams that are in it, right, you have Milan going to face Roma, right? So we're going to have one Italian club within the semi-finals, right? And here's the thing: West Ham United, if they get the better of Bayer Leverkusen, will face. That's right. Will face one of Milan or Roma in the semi-finals, and of course the final. They'll face one of Liverpool, Atalanta, Marseille, or Benfica. I think a West Ham United versus Liverpool final is extremely realistic. Extremely realistic, extremely possible. As in, that's something that you could definitely see taking place. 100%. You can see that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the standings look like now, all right? So this is where we are right now within the English Premier League. Big games on for tomorrow. So for tomorrow at 8 a.m. it's Liverpool against Brighton, while at 10:30 it's Manchester City hosting Arsenal. An Arsenal victory puts them 3 points clear at the top. Well, 4 points ahead of Man City. Of course, it really depends on what happens in that Liverpool-Brighton contest. But one thing for sure, you need to have a winner in that game, the Arsenal-Man City game, because Liverpool go into the game against Brighton and Hove Albion as heavy favourites. As heavy favourites, they go into that fixture. You know? Three-way race for the title. All teams, 10 games left to go. So you could say, in a sense, this is the final lap. This is the last changeover of the baton. This is the bell lap, where persons are going to have to dig in a little bit deeper. Arsenal, 64 points. Liverpool, 64 points. Manchester City, 63 points. Fourth position, Aston Villa. Fifth position, Tottenham. Sixth position, Manchester United. Seventh, West Ham. Eighth, Newcastle. Ninth, Brighton. 10th, Wolves. 11th, Chelsea. 12th, Fulham. 13th, Bournemouth. 14th, Crystal Palace. 15th, Brentford. 16th, Everton. 17th, Nottingham Forest. And the bottom three, Luton Town, Burnley, and Sheffield United. That is where things stack up right now. That's where we are. Ekarik says he thinks Arsenal is going to win the league. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, Reggae Boyz fans. Who do you think will win the English Premier League? Arsenal? Manchester City? The League Two side? Or Manchester United? Who do you think will win the English Premier League? Who do you think will win the English Premier League? Tell me who you think will win the English Premier League. Let's hear what you guys think. Okay, because that would be something interesting for us to look at. You know, it would be. Who do you have as your top 4 teams for this season? I think the top 4 will remain as is. What order? Still to be decided. But I think Arsenal, Manchester City, the League Two side, and Aston Villa will be the top 4 finishers. That's how I feel. Jermaine Clark says up. Bomber Blocks says Liverpool. You think Liverpool? Tycoon, I genuinely feel that in Jamaica, we do need to highlight more of our sporting athletes. You know, you think about last year where we had West Ham United's Michail Antonio win a European competition, a Reggae Boy winning the UEFA Europa Conference League, a Jamaican winning this competition. I certainly believe for this accomplishment, he should receive the Order of Jamaica, or at least the Order of Distinction. So I do think our sporting accomplishments need to be highlighted more, especially these things that happen for the first time or things that have never happened before. These are things that in Jamaica we need to highlight. Jamaica went to the quarterfinals of a lacrosse World Cup. That is unheard of, but we did it. We did it. And that needs to get its praise and glory as well. And we can go into other sporting disciplines, Tycoon, and I can stress more and more and more and more. I can go into football as well. You know the last time a Jamaican-born reggae boy played in the UEFA Champions League? Knockout stages? That was Leon Bailey in 2017. That's something significant right there as well. The furthest that a reggae boy has been in the Champions League would have been West Morgan, right? Quarterfinals. These are things that we should be highlighting. A Jamaican winning the Premier League, a Jamaican that is going to win the Slovenian top flight in Rolanda Aarons. You're talking about Blair Turgott and his success in Sweden. You know, Deva Orgil, when he was in Finland, won the Finnish top flight. Tycoon, it's not a branding thing. It's not about branding. It's about being able to highlight an accomplishment. Not just because somebody did not get a gold medal at the Olympics means that they did not accomplish something. Different sports have different levels of success. So it's important that the way how we analyze football, we can't analyze the same way in track and field as well. We can't say, oh, well, you know, Antonio Watson won a gold for Jamaica at the Olympic Games. What did Karoy Anderson do? You know, you can't do that because they're different sports. Track and field is such an individual sport. Bert, I spoke about it already. I highlighted the accomplishment that you made. Manchester City are at the top of the table. Chelsea have a game to play, but as it stands, Manchester City are at the top of the table. They're doing extremely well. And it's going to come down to, in my opinion, I think it's going to come down to goal difference, the title in England, whether Manchester City or Chelsea, because Chelsea, remember, they have a game in hand. and they're 3 points behind Manchester City. And if Chelsea wins the game in hand, then they return back to the top of the table. So that's why I say goal difference is going to make a massive impact. So if Bunny is able to score a hat-trick or at least 2 more hat-tricks for the rest of the season, then we're looking at a situation where Manchester City's goal difference can be higher than most teams. Well, Echo Reeks, that is something that needs to change. We need to have more of importance to football, because look at all the things that we have accomplished and what our players have accomplished. Dexter Lembekisa has qualified Hearts for the UEFA Europa League. That itself is a big deal. You want to think about something else? Well, look at the players we have in the English Premier League and what they have done as well. We have a Reggae Boy in the quarterfinals of the Europa League and a Reggae Boy in the quarterfinals of the Conference League as well. We have a Reggae Boy that has won the MLS Goalkeeper of the Award 3 times, more than any other player in history, more than any other American in history as well. We have a Reggae Boy that won the Top Flight League in Sweden, Top Flight League in Finland, a Reggae Boy that is going to win the Top Flight League in Slovenia quite soon. All of these things are incredibly important. We had a Reggae Boy who in 2023 had 10 appearances, 5 goals, and 4 assists for his country. Demarai Gray's contribution for Jamaica in 2023 is nothing short of remarkable. So he as well deserves an Order of Distinction, an Order of Nation, an Order of Jamaica. It's important that we highlight our gems. No. All of these things are incredibly important. We cannot brush aside what our athletes have done. And again, I can go into other sporting disciplines and highlight things for you that Jamaica has done for the first time, but they haven't received their flowers just yet. I spoke about Jamaica going to the quarterfinals of the Lacrosse World Cup. Jamaica has been to 2 Rugby Sevens World Cups back to back, the first Caribbean team to ever do this, and the first Jamaican male sports team to qualify for back-to-back World Cups. Think about Jamaica now in Hockey Fives. Jamaica qualified for the Hockey Fives World Cup for the first time ever in history and participated this year in Oman, in Muscat, Oman. And we can go into sports like rugby league. We can also go into squash. We can go into badminton. We can go into swimming. We can go into every other sporting discipline. And I can highlight you something that a Jamaican has done of significant value on the world stage. Because somebody does not leave the tournament with a medal around their necks does not mean that they did not accomplish something. They've done something that no other Jamaican before them has ever done. And that in itself is every reason for praise, glory, importance. Think about this right now. Who would have thought that the first time Jamaica is in the quarterfinals of a World Cup, it would come in the sport of lacrosse? Well, guess what? It did. Jamaica defeated Germany, Switzerland, Poland, New Zealand, Italy, all the way to the quarterfinals of the Lacrosse World Cup. I don't think many understand the magnitude of this accomplishment. A sport that did not exist in Jamaica a decade ago has now seen and has now presented a scenario where Jamaica are ranked in the top 8 of the world. There's only one Jamaican sports team that has ever been ranked higher than number 8, and that's the Sunshine Girls. And that in itself is every reason for optimism. So let's stay with you, folks. We have some outstanding athletes. We have some outstanding performers, especially within football. And I always tell you this, it's important. Very important. It's our time to shine. Think about what we have done on the world stage. It's important. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boyz Commentary right now.
Hi. Reggae Boyz commentary.
I'm Altamont Freddie Butler.
And I'm Ricardo Baby Gardner, and you are watching the Reggae Boyz commentary.
Reggae Boyz commentary, live and direct.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboy's Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboyz Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboyz at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Yes, Reggae Boyz commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boyz commentary, like, share and subscribe.
Reggae Boyz commentary, subscribe, like and share. Is that the right order?